Uh, row 3, second video. Yeah, seeing how things go with this box. Okay, cool. All right, getting straight to it. Uh, Not proudly sponsored by anyone, apart from myself. Reminds me of that land that gives you life and it's green white. It gives your opponent a life and it's green white. Green red. Sorry, I should say. It is that you could grow with the bird hive. Yeah, well, I think that is the name of it. Wow. Okay. Well, it's certainly not there. An Adam Phuket swamp. It looks like there's hedgehogs in it. Didn't look at it that quickly though. Sizzling Barrage, Tuk Tuk Rumble Force, Subtle Strike, Oblivion's Hunger, Fearless Fledgling, Rolling Rebirth, Kazundu Necroport. It is a 1/3. It has landfall, and when you play a land, you gain a life. Plus 1 in the green. Expedition Healer. Okay. Verdant Venturer. No, I'm not going to talk about it. One cat is the token. I think I've missed a few tokens for you. Sorry. Uh, the 2 cost 2/1 Stonework Pack Beast. He also filters mana too, but you got to pay 2 to make it colour. Yeah. Says he is a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, so it doesn't trigger automatically full party. That's an interesting thing. Okay, this our only rare in this one, it is a 2. It is Aura. Okay, Aura. Skyclave Hierophant. I have probably pronounced that wrong. It has lifelink. It is a 3/3. When Aura Skyclave Hierophant or another cleric you control dies, return target cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. Cool. Clerics were not really a big thing in the Saviors. I think that's when they sort of really came out. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's made a cleric sort of. He's legendary as well. The cleric sort of. Yeah, cool. I just think the signature looks cool there. I don't know if it's an actual signature, really. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's Linvala, by the way. Guys. Linvala. Islands. Gruuldrav Mucklords. Scale the Heights. Mind Drain, which I think there's already a card called Mind Drain that exists. Glacial Grasp. Oh, hey, 3 blues this time in a row. And Anticognate. Oh, Skyclave Plunderer. Alright, so we've got a bit of time this time. We've got a 4 and a blue. Look at the top X cards of your library where X is 3 plus the number of creatures in your party. Put the rest of those cards, put 3 of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, even if you have a party, you will draw 3 cards off this, which is pretty cool. Kabari Takedown, I've talked about this before. Sizzling Barrage again. Might of Murasa. Okay, so we've got a plant token, that's the token. Mind Drain, that's the foil. Okay. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, it's a rare. It is onto inversion. Even if it is played as a land, it'll enter tapped as a white. Destroy all non-land permanents. It costs double white and 6. That's huge, really, to be honest. That's 8 mana. But destroys all non-land permanents. So, destroys all permanents, really. Except lands. Yeah. I do like that it's got the utility of actually being a land. But 8. 8 is a lot. I don't know if that exists already for 6. Does it actually exist for 6? But it's triple white, I think, in a 3. Planet cleansing? Bloody hell. Alright. This little guy, who was actually really dominant in one game, in the little game I played by myself with the 3 sealed. I made 3 decks out of the 2 sealed boxes I had. Not sealed, pre-release boxes. One only, 2 from one kit and 1 from the other. But yeah, that's where I thought people would go. Anyway, it was pretty cool. Okay, a foil. I like this foil players. Skyclave Pickaxe. Skyclave Deerpeed. Oh, we went straight to uncommons. Lithoform Blight. Mind Carver. Oh, okay. Low Manager's Domination. Relic Golem. Is anything going to be... Okay, there are these comments in this. Skyclave Geopede with alternate arts. Yeah, it is a cost 2 and a red. Is a 3/1 normally. It has trample, but when you play a land, it gets 2/2 until end of turn. Reclaim the Wastes. Here are our comments, guys. Pyroclastic Helion, which I haven't seen before. Enters the battlefield, you may return a land you control to its own stand. When you do, Pyroclastic Helion deals 2 damage to each opponent. It is a 4/5. Alright. Our time shifter card is a card I really liked in the day. This is from, is it Morning Tide? Yes, Morning Tide. I actually thought it was from the lower one. Stonebrook Baronet. It makes wizards and merfolks cost 1 less to play. It is a wizard of merfolk itself. It has Island Walk, and it is a 1/1. Awesome. Good old friend. Bumble Snare is the foil. Crawling Barrens is our land, which is our only rare in this pack. It is colourless. You can pay for, put 2 1/1 counters on Crawling Barrens. Then you may have it become a 0/0 elemental creature until end of turn. It is still a land. Yeah, no, that's cool. I actually don't mind that. Doesn't enter tapped. You can pay for as many times as you want to in a turn if you've got like 8 mana, including itself too, to make that mana. So, yes. I don't think it... EDH would be where it would be, if EDH. But I still think it's cool, just mechanical ones, maybe. A fungusy looking thing. Swarm Shambler, fungusy looking thing, and is a fungusy looking thing. Plains. Was it the Plains before? No. Skyclave Sentinel. 2 greens in a row. Might have Marasa. Glarned Colony. Don't know if it's like the one before where it was as big and you couldn't block it. There was one in Rise. Yeah. Anyway, I won't talk about that anymore. Inserted Defense. Spoils of Adventure. Journey to Oblivion. Tangled Florahedron. Okay, interesting. Enters the battlefield tapped as a green, but it also is 1 in a green, and it's a 1/1 that taps for 1 green. Interesting indeed. Molten Blast. I should put out that all the time shifted cards were at the very back of the pack too, after the foil. Rhinoceros Beetle. Disenchant is a foil. Not a bad thing just to have, but it depends on the art. I think Disenchant foils are not a bad thing to have, to be honest. Like a reasonably played card. Alright, so we'll do the rare that came first. So we've got 2 rares in this pack. Kaza Royal Chaser. He's blue and a red. He has flying and haste. He has a 1/2. He's a legendary human wizard. if you don't get that from the name. The next instant or sorcery spell you cast costs X less to cast, or X is the number of wizards you control as this ability resolves. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So he at least makes one mana for instants and sorceries. Yeah. Inscription of the Rod. Yeah, Inscription of the Rod. 2 and a black, sorcery. Kicker, 2 double black. Choose one. If the spell is kicker, choose any. There's 3 options with this one too. So the first one, in order, is target opponent discards 2 cards. Return target creature card with convertible card that costs 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Destroy target creature with convertible card that costs 3 or less. I run a similar thing actually in the Death Shadow deck I was talking about before, at least in the sideboard. There's something in the Egyptian shirt. Oh, geez, I forgot what it's called. The first time we went there, I had options. I think it had 2 options. One gives haste, and I think +2, and like the other one returns. It's similar. I can see this 7 mana. Oh, actually, I'm reserving my opinion. That cool land that's like a tippy thing. They had these, all that sort of lands. 1 boost to left, guys. So I'm going to go a bit faster. Forest, Hagar Constrictor, Gruldraz Mucklord, Scale the Heights, Mind Drain, Base Camp, Veteran Adventurer, Sogman Treachery, Melancholy Ox, Taranju Snarecatcher. Okay, we've got a foil rare and a rare. We'll do the Kickered rare, which is the non-foil rare. It costs 3 and a blue. It is sorcery. It costs 2 blue and double blue to kicker. Choose one, or if you kicker, you can choose any. Choose any of the 3 options. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Scratch 2, then draw 2 cards. Target player creates an XX blue illusion creature token where X is the number of cards in their hands. Okay. Valakut Awakening. Alright, so Valakut's still sitting around. Enters the battlefield tapped as a red, as the other option. It is foil. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library. Then draw that many +1. Okay, draw spell in red. An instant, interestingly enough. Okay, alright. Yeah. I'm not sure what's happening to that. I just 2 in a red. Yeah. As far as I understand, sort of up arrow means it's the front face. So if you were to search for a land, you wouldn't, with the things that can search for a land, you wouldn't find it. You'd have to search for this instant side if you're searching for it. I'm assuming this is a land. Clearwater Pathway. Yeah, it sounds like a land. Mountain. Royal Eruption. Oh, geez, I'm going to run out of time. Scorch Rider. Blood Beckoning. Field Research. Allied Assault. Amelia's Captain. Black Bloom Rogue. Skyclave Plunderer. Okay, 2 rares. No special card. Blood Price is the foil. Demon's Disciple. Oh, sorry, that is an uncommon. No, it's not a rare. And Skyclave Apparition. Thanks, guys. We've got to time it out here.